hope you are all safe and well. So last class we saw addition and subtraction of decimals. Today we are going to see multiplication and division of decimals. Let's move on to the introduction of multiplication of decimals. Multiplication of decimals. We have to follow some steps to multiply two decimal numbers. The first step is multiply the numbers taking them to be whole numbers. Okay, we have to consider those two numbers as what? Whole numbers. And the second step is we have to count the decimal places in those two numbers and then counting from the right, that is in the answer, counting from the right, we have to place the decimal point. Okay, counting from the right, place the decimal point. And then in third step, if the number of digits are less, if the number of digits is less, we have to add zeros to the left. Okay, and then we have to write the answer. So again I will tell you, the first step is we have to consider those two numbers as what? Whole numbers. The second, count the decimal places of the two numbers, and in the answer you have to place the decimal point counting from the right. And the third step is if the number of digits of the product is less than, means we have to add 0 to the left and then place the decimal point. Okay, let's see an example. Multiply 53.65 by 8.4. As we know, in the first step what you have to do, we have to consider this as a whole number. So 5365 should be multiplied by what? 84. Let's multiply 53, 84. 4 5s are 20, 4 6 are 24, 25, 26, 4 3s are 12, 13, 14, 4 5s are 20, 21, 0, 8 5s are what? 40, 8 6 are 48, 49, 51, 52. So 52 carry. 4 3s are 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, 8 3s are 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 and 2 will be carried. 8 5s are 40 and it becomes 42. Then we have to add. So 0, 6, 6, 10, 1, 5 and 4. So we got the answer as this, and we have to count the decimal places. So in 53.65 you have 2 decimal places, and plus in 8.4 you have what? 1 decimal place. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So totally 3 decimal places. So we have to count from the right. That is 4 5 0 6 6 0. So counting 3, 1 2 3. We have to place the decimal here. So our answer will be 450.66. Next is multiplication of decimals by powers of 10. In order to multiply the powers of 10, the first step is we can take 10 first, okay, and then 100 and then 1000. So by multiplying it with 10, what you have to do is to shift the decimal point, to right by one place. Okay, and to multiply it with 100 by 100, shift two places. With 1000, shift three places. And then second point, if multiplicand is less than multiplier, that is, if multiplicand is less than the multiplier, then you have to add 0 at the end. At the end. Let's see an example. If it is 7.246 into 100, we have to shift the decimal point to the two places, right? So our answer will be that is 724.6. Two places shifted to the right side. Division of decimal. We have two types, that is to divide a decimal by a natural number and then divide a decimal by another decimal. So in order to divide it by a natural number, first you have to divide as in the case of natural number and then place the decimal point on the quotient. Okay, in the quotient, whenever you take a number from the tens place, that is after the decimal point. And then third step, if division is incomplete, you have to add zeros in order to complete the whole division. Okay, and next, to divide a decimal by another decimal, the first step is to make the divisor as a natural number. The divisor should be a natural number. And then second step, shift the decimal point according to the divisor. Okay. Third step, divide it as usual. So for example, if we have 5.3 divided by 4.689. So here you have a point in the divisor. So we have to take that point first. So it will become 53. And then add that decimal point by shifting this decimal point to the right. So here 4.689 will become 48.69. Understood? Okay. In this example, we are going to follow the steps so far we have studied. The first step is make the divisor a natural number. So we are going to make the 5.4 as 54. And then shift the decimal point in the dividend to the right by counting the decimal places in the divisor. So we have one decimal point in the divisor. So we have to shift 1 point in the dividend. So it's 16.578 now. So I'm going to change it as 165.78. Okay. And now what I'm going to do? I'm going to perform the division. So 54 3's will be 162. The remaining is 3. I'm going to take the 7 down. So whenever you take the 10th place down means what you have to do? You have to put one decimal point in the quotient. So 37, and it won't be divisible, right? So we are going to put 0 here and then adding 1 0 on the quotient. And then I'm going to take 3, 7, 8 down. So 378 and 54 7s will be 378 and it goes to 0. So it will be minus here, right? Okay. So the quotient is what? 3.07. Division of decimals by powers of 10. To divide a decimal by 10. Okay. So what you have to do? Divide the decimal by 10. So you are going to shift left by 1 place. Okay. Next, if you divide the decimal by 100, then you have to shift left by 2 places. If you divide a decimal by 1000, you have to shift left by 3 places. Clear? Next, if necessary, add zeros to the left. Next, since we know that 1 by 10 is what? 0.1 and 1 by 100 is 0.01. 1 by 1000 is what? 0.001. So when you divide the number by 10, same as you can multiply by what? 0.1. If you divide the number by 100, same you can multiply it by what? 0.01. If you divide it by 1000, you can multiply it by what? 0.001 and vice versa. Okay. Now let's see an example. So here we have 2 examples. First one, 70.12. So when you divide it by 10, what you have to do? You have to shift the decimal point to the left by 1 place. So our answer will be what? 7.012. Here, so 3.12 divided by 100, we can write it as 3.12 into 1 by 100, or you can multiply 3.12 into 0.01. That is equal to 0.0312. These are the examples. Let us start with our exercise. Exercise 7C, first one, find the following. Second subdivision. We are going to multiply now. 16.45 into 6.9. So we will multiply by taking it as what? Considering it as natural number. So 1645 into 60. 9 5s are 45. and 9 fours are 36. 36 plus 4, 40. 9 6 are 54. 54 plus 4 will be 58. No? So 5 get. 9 ones are 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 0. 6 5s are 30. 3. 6 4s are 24. 24 plus 3 was 27. 6 6 are 36, 37, 38. And 3 here. 6 ones are 6, 7, 8, 9. So add this 5, 0, 15, carry 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, carry 1, 11. And then count the decimal numbers in both the multiplicand and the other one is what? One is multiplicand and another one is multiplier, right? So add the decimal place. So 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. You have 3 decimal places. Starting from the right. So 11, it is 130.505. This is our answer. Third subdivision, 27.6 into 0.25. Considering this as a whole number, I'm writing it as 276025. 5 6 are 30. 5 7s are 35, 36, 37, 38. 5 2s are 10, 13. 0. 2 6 are 12. 1 carry. 2 7s are 14. Then it makes 15. 1 carry. 2 2s are 4 and it is 5. And then 0 0. 0 6 are 0. 0 7s are 0. 0 2s are 0. So adding this 0, 10, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. So our answer. We have to count the decimal. So here also we have 3 decimal points. No? So our answer will be 6.900. Or you can write as only 6.9. Seventh subdivision, 6.28 into 10. So we have to shift the decimal place to the right by 1 point. That is 1 place. So our answer will be what? 62.8. Second sum, fill in the blank. First subdivision, 34.7 into 0.1. Shift it by 1 decimal point. So we can write as 3.47. And next 2.65 into 0.01. Can write as what? 0.0265. 75 into 0.001. We'll have zeros around now. So here also we can put as 0.075. Third sum, find the quotient. First subdivision, 156.45 divided by 15. Here the divisor is what? The whole number, that is natural number. We can keep the dividend as it is. We will perform now. 156.45 divided by 50. So 15 ones are 50. That is 0 and taking down 7. Sorry, 6, no? 6. It will not be divisible, no? I am putting 0 and putting down. So I am taking the number in the tens place. So what I have to put a decimal point. This 0 is for this term. We didn't do anything, no? So 6 4 and 15 fours will be 60. So 4 is remaining. And I'm taking down 5. Now it's 45. 15 threes will be 45. That is equal to 0. So quotient is 10.46. Remainder is 3. Seventh subdivision, third sum, 12.45 divided by 1.5. So here what you have to do, you have to change the divisor as 50. And the dividend, according to the decimal place, we have to move the point. So it becomes 124.5. Clear? Now, 15 eighths will be 120. So 4 will be remaining and bringing down 5. And since I am taking the tenth place, I am putting the dot here. So 8.3. That is 15 3s are 45. That is equal to 0. So quotient is what? 8.3. Remainder is what? 0. Third sum, ninth subdivision. Okay. So 0.896 divided by 0.35. I'm going to change it as a natural number. So it becomes 35. And the dividend. 2 decimal places we have in the divisor. So 2 places I have to shift. So it becomes 89.6. So 35 twos are 70. And 9 here, 190 will be taking down 6. So keeping the point here. 35 5s are 175. So the remaining is 210. 35 6 are 210. That is equal to 6. Here the quotient is what? 2.56. Remainder is 0. Fourth sum, fill in the blank. First Roman letter, 56 divided by 100. For that what you have to do? You have to shift the decimal points to the left by 2 places. If necessary, we can add 0. So the answer will be 0.5. And then fifth subdivision, 4.52 divided by 0.01. If you shift 2 places means we'll have 4, 5, 2. Then 135.4 divided by 0.001. We have to shift 3 places. So our answer will be 13540. Write as decimals. Fifth sum. First observation, 81 divided by 25. We can perform our division. So here it goes. 25, 81. 25 3s are 75. The remaining is 50. You can carry borrowed. Okay. So I am putting 0 here, so I can add 1 decimal point in the quotient. And then 25 2s will be what? 50. So our answer is 10. And I can add another 0 in order to complete our division. So 25 4s are 100. That is 0. So our quotient is 3.24. Remainder is 0. Third subdivision, 38 divided by 125. So 125, 38. Since the dividend is smaller than the divisor, we can add 1 0 here and put the decimal point on the quotient. Okay, then our quotient will be starting at 0 point. Okay. So 125 3s are 375. So when we borrow, we have 5 remainder. And I can add 1 0 and still it is not divisible. So I am adding another 0 in the quotient and I am adding 0 here. So it becomes 500. 125 4s are 500. And that's how we got the remainder as 0. So here our quotient is 0.304. Remainder is 0. Fifth sum, seventh subdivision. It's in mixed fraction. First you have to convert it to a proper fraction. For that what you will do? 40 into 9 plus 17. So we will get 377 divided by 40. And then we can perform our normal division. So 40, 377. So 49 are 360. Okay. And we'll have 7 here and 7 minus 6 is 1. So still it's not divisible. So I'm putting quotient decimal point and then adding 0 here. So 40 4s will be 160. So the remainder will be 1 and 0. And again I am adding 0. So 42s are 80. So our remainder will be 20. And again I will add 1 0. Next, what we can do? 240 5s are 200. So we'll have the remainder as 0. So quotient is 9.425. Remainder is 0. So students, so here ends our session. The rest of the sums in this exercise will be taught in your online classes. Okay, so it is a bit confusing. So I thought of teaching it online. Okay, thank you, children. God bless you.